Hi, welcome to day one of Summerween. So it's Monday and it is 7:30 in the morning. Got a pretty busy day planned today, so I'm going to be relying heavily on audio. I'm going to start with Zomblog, which is it's basically like it's a Zompok, but it's written in the form of like a daily blog that chronicles the descent into the apocalypse and different survivors' stories. And then I have got My Final Breath by Paige Darth to read. I'm not sure if I'll get it all read today or any of it. I've no idea. This morning we've got a play date with my 6-year-old's friends, and then I've got some work to do, and it's just a busy day. There's just loads to get done. So I'll give you all an update later, and I will see you soon. And to get into the Halloween scary mood a little bit more for Summerween, I thought that today I would wear my zombie t-shirt. This is actually my own design and I sell it on Amazon, and I bought one for myself because I absolutely love it. I think it's cool. So yeah, trying to get scary in summer. Let's do it. Hi. Well, it's now 6:10 in the evening, and so I was out like till about 1 o'clock-ish with my little boy on a play date with his friends. I've got some fantastic sunburn. That is the problem of being a ginger. So that's starting to hurt. And it's done nothing for my headache. But so I've been working since I got back, which means I've listened to a good few hours of Zomblog, the Zompok audiobook that I wanted to listen to. And it started out like where you kind of think, oh, this narrator's quite good. He's got, he's quite somebody that I could listen to, but it's not a bad book. I just think it's either the format, as in it's like daily entries of a diary, or it's the writer's style that's just making it not very engaging. It's quite difficult to explain. It just feels very unemotional kind of thing, and there's not a lot of detail. Like loads of events have happened in a short space of time in the audio, if that makes sense. So there's not a lot of detail in events, and things seem to happen very quickly, and then they're on to the next day, and then 3 days later something else happens very quickly, and then on to the next day. And it's just kind of making it so that you're not very dragged into the story. You're not like quite invested in the characters or the story. I think there's actually an alarm on my phone that kind of emits a sound for my family to hear. As soon as I press record, they all come running, mithering about rubbish, basically. So anyway, I was saying about Zomblog. Yeah, so it's not a bad book. I enjoy Zompok, and it's okay. It's just written quite clinically, maybe. I don't know, just lack of emotion, lack of detail. So I'm just not drawn in. I am going to finish it. The only thing is, it's part of a series. I think there's 6 of them, and I really struggled to not finish a series. If I've really desperately hated a book, then I wouldn't. But when it's like a middle of the road, like I don't have strong feelings either way, part of me is like, oh, you can't just drop this series. You just need to finish it and get through to the end. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm not going to carry on with the rest of the series during Summerween readathon, because I've got other things planned, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that with regards to the rest of the series yet. Okay, so it's 9:30 at night and I'm already in bed because I'm rock and roll. So today's actually been quite a busy day. Day one of a readathon, and I haven't done much reading. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I can see myself on the camera glowing red as hell with my lovely sunburn. I look like friggin' Rudolph over here. Yeah, so read a tiny bit this morning, then went out for a play date, and then listened to Zomblog. I've remembered another issue I've got with this book. There's like 5 million characters. It's really weird. Like characters come in it, and then 3 days later they've gone again, and then another set of characters come. Like it's the main person, the main character, and like all these different survivors and gangs of people are in and out, and I just keep losing track of who's who and who's doing what, and it just feels like you can't get really like attached to anybody, or I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's just a bit odd. So I've done that, done a bit of work, and also in the middle of that I popped to the hairdressers for a consultation to see if they can fix these luscious locks, because they're not patchy in the slightest, and I've not got roots in the slightest, and it just doesn't look ridiculous in the slightest, obviously. So then it was cooking and a bit more work, and I thought I would get Zomblog finished, but I'm not, so I have to finish that tomorrow. And then I've come to bed to have a bit of a relax before I go to sleep, and I've started back with My Final Breath by Paige Darth. And so I said in my TBR video that I accidentally started this book earlier in the month, and then suddenly realised and was like, oh shit, I'm saving this for Summerween. So I put it down, read other things, and I have realised or remembered why it was so easy to put down and walk away. Yeah, it's a weird book. Like, it's written from a 12-year-old girl's perspective, but she talks more mature than most adults that I know. It just doesn't work at all, and I'm 50% of the way in at the moment, and it feels like almost every single page I'm literally like, as if a 12-year-old girl would say that. But yeah, it's one of those times when adults writing children characters just isn't working at all, and for me that is completely ruining the reading experience and my enjoyment of the book. I just cannot focus properly on the story because I feel like I'm just constantly eye rolling and huffing and puffing the whole way through. So yeah, not a very good day one as it goes. But hey ho, tomorrow is another day, so hopefully that will go much better. Guess what? It's me again. Right, I couldn't remember any of the really weird adult phrases that this kid has said, but I've just come across a couple of really great examples within the first couple of pages of getting back to reading. So, remember, this is a 12-year-old girl. My skin crawls with apprehension. Defiance inches its way up from the pit of my belly. Nope. Nope. No, 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 no. No, I refuse to believe there is a 12-year-old out there going around speaking like that. Not a chance. It's just not. It comes across as very adult, very robotic, very forced. It just doesn't work at all. Why am I still reading this book? I feel like I can't give up now. I'm 50% in and I don't want to have wasted all that time reading that 50%. And kind of me is like, I want to know what happens in the story without all this random weird child adult crap in it. Anyway, this time really. See you tomorrow. Morning, welcome to day 2. Right, so this morning, well, all day is like another busy day, super busy. This morning I'm literally just on my way to go to like a voluntary book club service that we run, getting books out to people who are shielding and those who are vulnerable, elderly, etc, etc. So I'm going to go and volunteer there for a few hours. We kind of pick orders and then deliver them and stuff. And then I need to go to the supermarket, get some stuff for tea, and I've got a lot of work to do, loads of parcels to pack. Yeah, so I am not going to get much time to sit down and physically read until later on today. I got up at 6:30 this morning and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get some of this My Final Breath done. And I didn't read, I read about 3 pages. I think for me that's like a massive indicator of how much I'm enjoying a book, is how much I'm able to get distracted from it. So yeah, it's not going too good. So I'll be relying heavily on audio again, but I'm hoping to have everything done by 7 p.m-ish, 7:30, I don't know, and then spend a good few hours reading before bed. And I've got some ARC reviews to do later, so I might do a bit of vlogging whilst I'm setting up my flat later, just so you can see the absolute lack of creative skills and knowledge that I have. Yeah, so see you all later. Can't go to the supermarket without a cheeky peek at all the books. I'm hiding in my office because people want to keep talking to me. So they think I'm doing work down here, but I'm not. I was carrying on with My Final Breath. This is an actual representation of how I feel about this book. It's getting worse. Worse by the page. We now have a 12-year-old girl who's stuck in between heaven and earth in this limbo place, who has been forced to watch a very brutal rape and murder of something that happened like thousands of years before she was born, or hundreds of years, just in order to make her realise that she wasn't the only person who died at the hands of somebody else needlessly. As the fuck if this book is doing my head in. But you know what? That's just my opinion. because there's other people on Goodreads who've given it a 5-star rating, and I don't get it. I don't understand why. I mean, is it me? Like, is the book over here just going, "Hey Becca, it's you, not me. All the issues are with you." And I'm just like, "Die, die, you evil book. Stab the evil book through the heart." I feel like I've been watching way too much Buffy. Actually, no, I've not. There's no such thing as way too much Buffy, because Buffy was the best ever show, ever, 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 on this earth, ever, ever. So I've got my final death. And then over here is my best friend's exorcism. And my best friend's exorcism is over here going, "Hey, Becca, I'm so cool. Don't you just want to flip through my sexy pages?" And I'm like, I do. I desperately do. But I need to finish this. This is an arc that I have to review. And I don't like DNFing arcs. And I also don't like DNFing books partway through a readathon, because then I've just wasted my time. But it's like calling my name. I can hear it all the time. "Becca, I'm here. Come get me." Guess what I chose to do? But I haven't even read one word yet, because I opened it up and the first title is, the first chapter is called "Don't You Forget About Me." And my brain automatically went, "Don't you forget about me. No, no, don't you forget about me." You know, like the 80s thing. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if it is. And I was flicking through and I came across, "It's the end of the world as we know it." Yeah. Then, a bit further on, we've got "Total eclipse of the heart." And a bit further, "Just like a prayer, I'm gonna take you there when you call my name, like a little prayer." Obviously, I should have had a career as a singer. But seriously, like, it cannot be a coincidence. It just can't be. Like, these chapters have to be famous 80s song lyrics. Some of them I don't know, because I have a feeling they may be more hits that was in America, and I'm going to research it. I feel like I know this one. "Don't stop till you get enough." Don't stop. I know that. Oh, I don't know. They definitely are. "I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. Think we're alone now. Beating of my heart is the only sound." I don't know that one. Honestly, Grady, you've literally just won me back over after I was so disappointed with Horror Store last month. And after I absolutely adored the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I cannot believe you've titled all your chapters as 80s song lyrics. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do some of my Instagram layouts for arc reviews. And so this is literally just like a white/cream furry rug as my kind of background. And I always put it, you can see we've got some big double doors here. I have like a box of props and stuff. Not long ago I decided that I would include random bits of beautiful jewellery within my pictures, because I sometimes sell jewellery online and I had loads of it lying about. So let's see. I always keep my Kindle blank because the arcs quite often come through without the cover of the book. And what I was doing was going onto Amazon and zooming in on the cover, but then you would always get like the Amazon website heading or something, and it didn't look quite right. So what I've changed to doing is leaving the Kindle blank, and then I go and screenshot the cover and crop it down, and then I layer that over the top of this image that I take in the flat lay, and it does look much better. So basically I've got blank Kindle. Just not creative at all, but hey ho. Let's see. Okay. And basically that reflection there of the camera does not matter because I put the image over the top of the book. So earlier today I said that I wanted to try and get everything done, all my work, everything, by 7 p.m, 7:30 p.m. ish. I'm sure that's what I said. And the last clip will probably give you a bit of an insight into why it's now 9:30 and I've only just finished everything. Yeah, I get incredibly distracted some days and just struggle to focus. And the random singing and dancing and messing about, and yeah, that's why I work for myself. So it's 9:30. I'm hoping to read for a couple of hours before I go to sleep, and I'm at page 43 in My Best Friend's Exorcism, and I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm going to try and get hopefully another 100 pages, if not a bit more, because it is easy reading and the words are quite spaced out. So all that's happened so far is the two girls, we've got Abby and Gretchen, and the first couple of chapters, or 3 chapters I think so far, is where they kind of meet up at school for the first time, and then how they become friends, and then kind of like a little bit of a summary history type thing of their friendship growing up. So nothing really has happened yet. It's all just like backstory, but it is interesting. I'm absolutely loving all the 80s, like, you know, talking about the 80s TV shows, the 80s films, 80s music, fashions, all that stuff. Proper throwback. It's just amazing. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with this. And I think that this is probably going to be the end of this vlog, the end of day 2. So I will see you all in another video. Bye.